بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
والنجم إذا هوى ما ضل صاحبكم وما غوى.
الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا وحبيبنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأزواجه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد. We were talking about the story of Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salatu wassalam. Brothers came up with a decision: اقتلوا يوسف أو اطرحوه أرضا يخل لكم وجه أبيكم. Kill Yusuf or throw him in a far land so you get the full attention of your father, and then you become pious people. قال قائل منهم لا تقتلوا يوسف. One of them, who was little kind, he said, don't kill him. But his kindness is only to that level. So what should we do? وَأَلْقُوهُ فِي غَيَابَةِ الْجُبِّ. Throw him down in a very deep pit, in a deep well. غَيَابَةِ الْجُبِّ. Al-Jub, there are different words that are used for a well in Arabic language. Normally the word bi'run is used, which means a well. Jub is the one that is dried out, that is not being used anymore. So generally the word jub is used for that. And ghayaba, ghaba yaghibu, for something to disappear. So it has to be so deep that if something goes in the bottom of it, it disappears. It says we should look for a deep well that is not being used and throw him in that well. يَلْتَقِطْهُ بَعْضُ السَّيَّارَةِ إِن كُنْتُمْ فَاعِلِينَ. There is a possibility some travelers may come that way and they take him away. If they come that side, they will take him, otherwise he will just die in there. Now decisions are made between the brothers and they go to their father. قَالُوا يَا أَبَانَا مَا لَكَ لَا تَأْمَنَّ عَلَى يُوسُفَ. They went to their father, "Oh, our father, Dad, مَا لَكَ لَا تَأْمَنَّ عَلَى يُوسُفَ. What's the matter? Why don't you trust us about Yusuf? وَإِنَّا لَهُ لَنَاصِحُونَ. We are his well-wishers." This tells us that they may have tried before also, and now they are at a point where they trust lies. Their father doesn't send Yusuf with them. He doesn't trust them. So they're saying, مَا لَكَ لَا تَأْمَنَّ عَلَى يُوسُفَ. Why don't you trust us? Try it. Trust us about Yusuf. وَإِنَّا لَهُ لَنَاصِحُونَ. أَرْسِلْهُ مَعَنَا غَدًا. Tomorrow we have a plan of going for outing. So send him with us tomorrow. يَرْتَعْ وَيَلْعَبْ. So that he would eat, he will play, enjoy himself a little bit. وَإِنَّا لَهُ لَحَافِظُونَ. We will take good care of him. The reason they are presenting to Yaqub alayhi salatu wassalam for sending Yusuf alayhi salam with them is that yarta' wa yal'ab. We will take him tomorrow with us, send him with us tomorrow, so that he can play and he can eat. Which means when you go for outing, these are the normally things that you would do. It's some type of a special meal, a special food, and playing. Yaqub alayhi salatu wassalam did not object to the reason for which they are going out. In fact, later on we will see that he sent Yusuf alayhi salam with them for that reason, telling us it's good that sometime there is some outing also. It's not that nowhere. People don't even talk about going anywhere. Just stay home. No, it should be something where, there is some time for outing, for enjoyment, as long as it's not excessive, is not leading to haram or anything like this, then of course this is the rights of children, also rights of family. أرسله معنا غدا يرتع ويلعب. Yaqub alayhi salatu wassalam said, إني ليحزنني أن تذهبوا به. It makes me sad that you will take him. When you take him with you, that makes me sad. See, this is the reason he's giving. He's not saying, no, you shouldn't be going out playing. You know, you are the children of a prophet. You shouldn't play. No, he has no objection about that. But keeping him away from me makes me sad. And this is another thing that we should see in the light of the ayah. Parents loving their children. And it's natural that parents like to see their children. They like their children to come and be with them for some time. Sometime, this relation of parents and children is such that parents wait for children to go. And children, when they visit parents, they can't wait to go. They want to go. They can't stay there with their parents. That shouldn't be the relation. إِنِّي لَيَحْزُنُنِي أَن تَذْهَبُوا بِهِ. It makes me sad that you would take him. I can't stay without him. And again, as children grow up, we need to realize that it is the rights of parents that they should see us. And we should allow them to see us and enjoy our company sometimes, so that they get happy by seeing us also. It's not, okay, I'm busy, I'll come there later, whenever I get a chance I will come. And then months after months, and parents don't get the opportunity to see their children. Of course, I'm not talking about far distances, that's a different story. But when it is possible for us to visit our parents, see our parents, sit with our parents, talk to them, especially in their old age, when they want someone to sit with them, to talk to them, to help them. That is the time when generally children try to run away from parents as far as they can. That is the time when really our parents are carrying the key of Jannah for us, to serve our parents at that time. And this is why, as we are in the month of Ramadan, we may remember the hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying Ameen 3 times as he is going up on his minbar. One time was because now Jibreel alayhi salam is making the dua, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying Ameen. The first step is because for a person who hears the name of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and does not send salam on Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allahumma salli wa sallim alayhi. The second step, the dua of Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam was, woe to the person who get the blessed month of Ramadan and yet does not get the forgiveness of Allah. Month of maghfirah. The third step, woe to the person who has his parents in their old age, either both or one of them, and does not get to Jannah by serving them. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Ameen. So, it's very important we take care of this part, that we do whatever we can for our parents, as I said, especially in their old age when they really need us. وَأَخَافُ أَن يَأْكُلَهُ الذِّئْبُ. Then Yusuf Yaqub alayhi salam, something came to his mind, and he said, also I fear that the wolf may eat him up when you are not around him, when you are away from him. They said, how is that possible? Dad, what are you talking about? لَإِنْ أَكَلَهُ الذِّئْبُ وَنَحْنُ عُصْبًا. How could a wolf eat him when we are a large, strong group? See, the word usba is used second time here. Where is the first time? لَيُوسُفُ وَأَخُوهُ أَحَبُّ إِلَىٰ أَبِينَا مِنَّا وَنَحْنُ عُصْبًا. Why Dad likes Yusuf more? We are usba. We are a strong group of people. Now here again they are presenting a reason of taking care of Yusuf and be trusted because we are usba. And we see usba is the one who deceived their father. So, فَلَمَّا ذَهَبُوا بِهِ. Now Dad agreed. They're arguing, they're really insisting, we want to take him with us. فَلَمَّا ذَهَبُوا. And most probably even Yusuf, I feel like I want to go. So Dad gives up. Okay, go. فَلَمَّا ذَهَبُوا بِهِ. When they took him with them. وَأَجْمَعُوا أَن يَجْعَلُوهُ فِي غَيَابَةِ الْجُبِّ. And they all agreed, decided that they are going to throw him in a dark well, in a deep well. As I said, غَيَابَة, in such a deep well where he will disappear. No one would be able to see him anymore. And then the ayah says, وَأَوْحَيْنَا إِلَيْهِ لَتُنَبِّئَنَّهُمْ بِأَمْرِهِمْ هَذَا. At that time we revealed to Yusuf alayhi salam that you would be informing them. One day you would inform your brothers of what they have done to you, and at that time they won't even recognize you. So basically Quran jumped to, they have made the decision, they are going out, and then finally they threw Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam in there. And as I said, the emotional part in between, Quran left it out. But I'm sure you can read it in between the lines. You can understand what happens in that situation. Put yourself now in Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam's shoes. May Allah protect everyone from every difficulty. But think about what this young boy is going through at this time, who's about 7 years old. And Imam Ibn Kathir rahimahullah narrates, as they went out with him, and they are on the way, now of course, according to their plan, he is the criminal. This is the person that is supposed to be persecuted. When people take that type of person with them, they don't just keep on giving him candies and keep on making him play and cracking jokes with him. No, they started beating him up on the way. And throughout the way they are beating him up. And he says, we were supposed to go for a party. What happened? At the party today. And until they took him all the way to a far well that was far away from their town, and at a place where generally travelers will not go that way. This is why it's al-jub, it's neglected well. Travelers generally don't stop there. And then they even took his shirt away from him. So he just has the lower garment on him to cover his body. They take his shirt away from him and they threw him down in the well. According to narrations that Imam Ibn Kathir, Imam Ibn Jarir and others have narrated, that when they were throwing him down, Yusuf alayhi salam, this young boy, he's holding onto some stones and they keep on hitting on his fingers, so he keep on falling lower and lower. Until they made sure he went that so low, that is ghayabat, which means that no one can see him there. And he's been crying and shouting for his brothers to help him. And at least he says, okay, I'm not going to hurt you. Tell me what wrong I have done to you. Anything. Just tell me. First thing, tell me, let me know what is it that I have done to you. But hasad, jealousy, is something that doesn't let the person think or see anything right. Anyway, now Quran says, at that time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informed Yusuf alayhi salam, somehow he got the understanding that Allah will save me from this someday. I will be coming out of this. And I will be telling my brothers. But he doesn't know any detail. 7, 8 years old boy. He doesn't know any of that detail of how, when, where. But the young boy is sitting at the bottom of the well on a rock. وَجَاءُوا أَبَاهُمْ عِشَاءً يَبْكُونَ. They all went back to their father at the time of night crying. What did they say? قَالُوا يَا أَبَانَا إِنَّا ذَهَبْنَا نَسْتَبِقُ. They said, Dad, we went out racing. وَتَرَكْنَا يُوسُفَ عِنْدَ مَتَاعِنَا. We left Yusuf with our goods, with our belongings, because he's so young, he can't race with us, he can't run fast. So we went out racing. By the time we came back, فَأَكَلَهُ الذِّئْبُ. A wolf ate him up. See, the same thing Yaqub alayhi salam said, وَأَخَافُ أَن يَأْكُلَهُ الذِّئْبُ. They thought this will be a good excuse. a lesson for us that don't give people excuse. Don't show people a way of doing something. They knew if he has this fear, what means that's something that may be acceptable by him. Because you were afraid. See, you said it. Dad, yeah, you knew what you were talking about. They came to their father nighttime, which means they had gone far. By the time they came back home, it's late night. It's dark, Isha. But what's happening to this 7-year-old boy in the depth of the well? Think about that. He's spending the night in that well now. In what situation? How is he going to survive? And Dad asked them, and they said, وَمَا أَنْتَ بِمُؤْمِنٍ لَنَا وَلَوْ كُنَّا صَادِقِينَ. You will not trust us even if we are truthful. Look at the wordings. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us some facts here for those who are in this field of investigating and talking to people, trying to get things out, information out. Wordings people use are very important. You will not trust us even if we are truthful. So they know they are not truthful. This is why they are not saying, and Dad, we are truthful. No, even if we are truthful. وَلَوْ كُنَّا. See, later on you will see when they lost Binyamin, their younger brother, and they came back to their father, they said, وَإِنَّا لَصَادِقُونَ. Dad, surely we are telling you the truth. Because at that time they were saying the truth. But here they are not saying the truth. You will not trust us, وَلَوْ كُنَّا صَادِقِينَ. Even if we are saying the truth. So he said, okay, this tells me a lot. Tell me, do you have any proof? وَجَاءُوا عَلَىٰ قَمِيصِهِ بِدَمٍ كَذِبٍ. They came with false blood on his shirt. And they showed the shirt to their father. What they had done was they slaughtered a goat and they put the blood on the shirt. Now they show their dad, so he looks at the shirt, and as Imam Ibn Kathir and others narrate, Dad said, that was a very wise wolf who ate your brother. That didn't tear the shirt at all. It looks like the wolf took it off nicely, that I don't want to tear up the shirt of this young man, because I don't want him to feel sad. Let me take his shirt off without tearing it off, and then eats him. Of course, that shirt tells him everything. But he knows there is no way I can get it out of them. And therefore, Yaqub alayhi salatu wassalam said, بَلْ سَوَّلَتْ لَكُمْ أَنفُسُكُمْ أَمْرًا. Rather, your nafs have made you do something, encourage you to do something that is not acceptable. But فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ. Now, all I can do is be patient. فَصَبْرِي جَمِيلٌ. فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ is my patience, which means at this time, all I will say is صَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ. That having patient will be the best thing. Because, see, if he didn't have patience, and he would have started talking to his sons according to the proofs he sees, he may have lost these 10 also. Okay, you don't trust us, and you're calling us, we are criminals, and you are saying we killed him, you are saying we did something to him, and we did, you never trusted us before. Right, okay, we are going. So, فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ also has a lot of lessons that look at the situation, and instead of losing more, try to fix the situation. Sometimes our anger will make us do something, but it may make you lose more than what you can get. You will not get what you have lost, but you will lose something more than that. So sabrun jameel. And subhanallah, what type of sabr was that of Yaqub alayhi salam? He found his son, according to the tafasir, after 40 years. Sabr of 40 years, and we give up in few days. I made so much dua, I don't know why my dua is not getting accepted. فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ وَاللَّهُ الْمُسْتَعَانُ عَلَى مَا تَصِفُونَ. And I ask Allah's help against what you are describing. And now Yusuf alayhi salatu wassalam is in the well. He stayed in the well for 3 days, but we will leave him for at least 1 day. We will talk about him tomorrow, inshallah, coming out. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. مولاي صل وسلم دائما